How do you build a perfect desert family home in Oasis Springs? Well, sit back and let me show you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for another Sims 4 speed build. This is for a Sims 4 story. So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. Now, let me give my normal disclaimer. I do not edit my voiceovers when I do speed builds and cast creations. So please forgive my ums, ahs, stumbling, bumbling, sniffles, and my slow Southern United States drawl. So tonight I'm going to talk about the build and the story. So I am building a 4-bedroom, 2-bedroom house, and I am on a 20 by 30 lot in Oasis Springs. You can even see that I put a curved wall inside the house, and I am raising it up on the platform. That will be our kitchen. It's a little tricky because if I build more walls in the room, it deletes the curved wall room. So I had to go back, build all the rooms, and then put the curve back in. So let's talk about the story. So you have been following a story, season 4 of Fairy Tales, which I am calling season 4 specifically when fairy tales collide. That is because we have Prince Charming, who is Justin Thieves. We have Parker, Sleeping Beauty, and we also have Ella Cinder, which is Cinderella. I know it doesn't need to be super creative. The story's creative enough. So they are all together in one story. Now I'm building this roof, guys. I decided to do a curved front roof just because I didn't want the roofs to show like the overlap, and it actually fits this build. Now that fence across the front, don't worry, I'm going to modify that, but I have to have a placeholder so I remember what the heck I'm doing. Now I am trying to find a different swatch to go in the center because this will be the entry point to the house. Back to the story. So guys, if you have been watching, you will know where we are in the story. If not, spoiler alert, okay? So Justin and Parker are married. Ella Cinder has been their nanny, and eventually she became a live-in nanny, even though Justin didn't really want that. But he had to get help because he and his wife Parker had twin girls. And guess what? Parker doesn't like to help with the kids. Parker is lazy. Parker is a slob. But Parker is beautiful. She was just a little spoiled at home, maybe a lot. Now, she has a sister, Quinn. Her sister is the opposite of her. But that being said, Parker is a sweet person. It's just that she is not really ready for motherhood, I would say. And she's been on a journey to find herself. And along that journey, she found herself in Ennis Green and has really been at the point where she wants to try being a fairy. You know, this is someone who doesn't know what they want to do with themselves. She knows she doesn't want to work like a job. She does, again, she's lazy. She doesn't want to, just mother the children, even though she loves them. I have to say, like, sometimes she's going to cuddle them, she's going to kiss them, but if they need diaper changes, they need to be fed, bathed, she's not on board for that. That forced Justin to have to go out and get help. And in comes Ella Cinder. Ella was a babysitter already. She had been doing all kind of odd jobs to try to save enough money to get away from her evil stepmother and her evil stepsisters. One of them not so evil, but she also doesn't stand up for Ella. So you can see I am redoing the fence on the porch, doing a cutout, putting eaves up. I think you call those eaves on the ceiling and the roof. And I even put a extra fence that I drew out to make it like a point where you kind of walk in and feel that. So now I'm going to go ahead and do some solid color but different color swatches on the walls in each room. These two will be bedrooms, a bathroom in the center, then a third bedroom, and then across the hall will be the master bedroom. Back to the story. So Justin, he let Parker do her thing. He was really being the sole caretaker for the girls until Ella came to help. Now, things got super bad at home for Ella at some point where her stepmother actually put hands on her, and Ella had found a newfound confidence, and they had to fight. All of this is because her stepmother got mad because I don't even want to call it a makeover, but Justin took her to buy new clothes because he is a prince. He's a royal, and he needed her to be there with him and the girls to help present them because she is their secondary caretaker, and he couldn't have her going out dressed the way her stepmother had her dressed. Her stepmother had her dressed like baby a rags to rags story, okay? So yeah, but her stepmother got extremely upset and jealous about the new clothes, and it started a huge fight. Now, that said, she came to stay with Justin and Parker. Parker loves Ella, Justin does too, and most importantly, their twin girls love Ella. So it started as a stayover to see how it goes because Justin was fighting against Olivia and Annie. Even though he's a prince, his mother Cordelia is a queen. He just didn't want that for himself. He wanted to raise his kids himself, but he quickly realized raising twins alone was hard. And yes, it was alone, even though his wife Parker was living in the house. So Justin also has been having a revelation, right? And that is that he doesn't want to be a prince. He's done that because his mother wants that. It's caused a rift in their relationship. He has an older sister who would be next in line to inherit the throne anyway, but she's kind of cold, so they don't have a close relationship. So you can see I did the bathrooms. Now I'm doing something similar in the kitchen. I'm going to do this walled off area. It's like a short half wall, but I put the trash can there. So it's like a break in the cabinets where you can just walk in this little slot and put stuff in the trash can. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do these blue cabinets. I'm putting down like a recipe book, and I actually put down a pizza oven, a microwave, and a tea kettle. And I think that's all the appliances that I'm going to use. I may come back later and probably put a dishwasher in because with the twins, it would help a lot to have a dishwasher. This is going to be a 3 tile bathroom. Don't worry when you get this from the gallery. If you get this house, I did move that shower off the window to the other side. It's actually a 3.5 tile bathroom. Now, these couches were from the free little maker kit drops where they drop you 3 or 4 pieces of furniture. I love it. So I've got like new top-notch couches. They're my top 3 favorites. So I put them in. Those rocking chairs are from Grow Together. This bed is from Cats and Dogs Pack that I was late to the party, but baby, that bill buying cats and dogs is amazing. Back to the story again, guys. I know I'm all over the place. That's my energy tonight, guys. So anyway, Justin, the first person he told about it was Ella. She's the nanny, but she is so genuine and caring. And he just told her one day, and what she said is just be sure about what you want to do. But if you want to do something different, you should follow your dreams. And guess what? Justin has a dream. As a young prince, he actually went to university and he got a degree with honors in science. Y'all, I can't remember the name of the degree, but it's a science degree. He wants to be a scientist. He wants to be an engineer. He wants to build robots. And he's decided he's going to do that. So by the time you're seeing this, he will have gone to talk to his mother, Cordelia. And I think Cordelia took it well because she knows that's not what Justin wanted. And as she gets older and, she has been getting closer to her grandbabies, Michaela and Nyla, she has realized like the rift is causing. Family is more important. And so she wants him to follow his dreams. She has an heir. Her daughter was kind of built for this. She's a little cold, a little stern. She could do this job. I mean it in a positive way. And, she may have kids, she may not, but they don't need to worry about who will be in line for the throne next. If one of her granddaughters doesn't want the throne one day, someone else's family will take the throne. It's more about happiness at this point. So what I'm doing is building 2 bedrooms for the twins. Their bedrooms will be these 2 rooms side by side. Now, you may notice that these bedrooms could go for like a teen or a child, like a young teen or a child. And that's the look I want because in the 3rd bedroom at the back, I'm going to make that the taller room. When you saw them, they were infants and getting ready to be toddlers. They were having some big birthdays. And so they're toddlers. So what they'll do is be in this back room until they become children. And then they will move into these 2 bedrooms. Now, we have to talk because Ella had a thing where in these talks that she and Justin have, she started to feel attraction for him. But no worries, she would never act on it. To her, he is married, he's off limits. She has a plant sim guy that she's been friends with benefits with. She has been on Cupid's Corner because she wants love, she wants family. She loves Nyla and Michaela, but she knows that she wants to have her own family one day, but she's still young. They all are. And so she feels like she has time, but she really was attracted to Justin. She thinks he's handsome, but the attraction came from just knowing that, oh, he is more than a prince. He's intelligent. He has hopes and dreams, and they're just not hopes and dreams. They are actual goals that he could make a reality. He don't have to want to build robots. He has the degree, he has the skill. He's just put it to the back burner to have a duty for his family. And she can understand that because she stayed in a horrible situation with her stepmother for much too long, trying to be the person she thought her father would have wanted her to be, even though he didn't know about the maltreatment. And then when he passed away, that's when her stepmother put her in the basement, put her in this trash room, started making her pay the bills with her money, started making her buy fresh food with her money and cook for her and her her daughters. Ella had to do all the cooking in the house, all the cleaning in the house. She wasn't allowed to use the bathrooms upstairs, but she had to clean them. She was essentially a slave in that home, but she was trying to be a person who could hang in and overcome. But honey, hanging in is not always a virtue, and it wasn't for Ella. So as she got the confidence being around Justin and even Parker. Now, Parker is lazy and she thinks that it's crazy that she won't help with her own kids. But what she has to admire is Parker's confidence. Parker knows that she's beautiful. Parker also knows what she wants. And even if that's not helping her kids, she knows that she does love them, but she's kind of admires that she wants to be a fairy now, and she's decided she's going to turn herself into a fairy. Now, she didn't think it's right to leave the kids behind, but still, you see, we put this little shelf in the hall, and I did put diapers and stuff on it because they're toddlers, so they're potty training, but we still have some mishaps, so we'll say they're pull-ups. Okay, I'm gonna put two rocking chairs out on the porch, and I first started with the life and death chair, then I went to the horse ranch pack and settled on the nifty knitting rocking chairs. So I think they're cute because I really wanted a pop of color out there. I'm gonna put a table out here. I'm actually gonna put two of these small welcome mats side by side. That door is from the Wonderland kit. Thanks again to Candy Coated Sims for gifting me that kit. I love it, and I thought I should use this John door from the Wonderland kit as the front door. And it's great. Now I'm going to paint with the terrain tool to put like some rocks around. And it's not gravel. It's actually like a kind of drive. I kind of struggle with the shape of it because the front of the house appears to be at an angle, but I did build the porch at an angle, but that's it. So I didn't have to actually create angles because that makes problems for stairs. But I did make this house where you have to like do one step up. Now, here's a pro tip in the Sims 4, which I will record as a separate pro tip. You can spray paint sand with the sand terrain tool. You can make a sandbox. Once you spray paint that terrain tool, the Sims will use it to build sand castles or sand creatures, whatever. And toddlers can play in a sandbox. So I put a sandbox out front because, hey, we got our girls. They're young. So let's go to our walkthrough. Y'all know I love a panorama. So you can see the front of the house, the side. Let's go over to the back. And then we're going to go to the other side, which is the front, and then we're going to ease on up. As we walk up, guys, you can see the rocking chairs and the table, the beautiful doors. You come in and you can just see pops of color. I went with the turquoise walls and the yellow seating and tan seating, and it really strikes out. The The rug didn't match exactly, but it's perfect. I'm trying to get out of matching everything exactly. Also, this is our kitchen, and you can see the blue counters. You see our little cutaway for the trash can. Let's go back up front. This is our little three tile bathroom, and we've got everything in there, including a shower. So this actually two and a half bathrooms. This is going into our master bedroom, which I'm going to put a robotics table in here, but I didn't want to hear from the walkthrough. You can see the partition of toilet, shower, coming back out to our sink and a separate wall mirror, full length mirror. This is our master bedroom. You know, Justin is a guy, so black is the predominant color, but I like the blend with the blue walls. And again, you will have a robotics table here, so this won't be empty when we get to recording. Let's go across the hall. This is twin number one's future room. You can see the science table because their dad's a scientist, right? So we have to foster that those STEM skills. This will be twin number two's bedroom where we have a table to practice our creativity and drawing. Then we're going to come out. This is the table for right now. We got a keepsake box, stuff from the bathroom kit. I keep hitting the mic, y'all. This is the other full bathroom. So you see you got a tub and a shower. We got a lot of space in this 20 by 30 lot in house. This is the toddler room because this is where they'll be all the time at first until they have big birthdays or time zone, because y'all know I love that. Let's go back out front as we get ready to pan around our world. I really, really hope you enjoyed this build because it's one of my favorites in a long time, guys. And until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.